Welcome to Discovering with Dr. Deb. Our last season, we were discovering the Enneagram with Dr. Deb, and it was packed with a lot of information while also being a lot of fun to talk about and explore the Enneagram and why we do what we do. So go back and check out those episodes if you haven't seen them already. Here we are in season 2, and I'm going to be focusing on trauma and using EMDR therapy as a tool to help process trauma. My co-host for this season is psychologist Dr. Christie Sprowls from Austin, Texas. She has traveled all over the world to provide EMDR in humanitarian efforts, and she has also trained clinicians and providers in EMDR therapy. So get ready, let's dive right in and talk about trauma. Hello, I'm so excited for you guys today for this episode to get an idea of what it looks like to do EMDR. So we're not even going to role play it. We're going to do a real EMDR session. So since we started this season of the podcast about trauma and EMDR, we've had a lot of people reaching out and saying, what does it look like? So here we've got Dr. Christie, and she is going to do EMDR with our volunteer, John Doe.
Hey, John.
Hey.
How you doing?
I'm good.
Good. I'm so glad that you're here.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm glad I'm here too.
Good. All right. So I'm just going to kind of run through what we're going to do today. All right. We talked on the phone and you told me a little bit about what was going on yesterday. I'm going to get a detailed history of you. I have already all your history material that you sent to me, so I've read through that. So for today, basically, we're going to kind of focus on what you and I had decided, which would be that childhood experience that you had. Of your uncle reaching and grabbing your wrist, is that correct?
Yeah, it was actually my adoptive dad.
Oh, your adoptive dad. Okay.
Yeah, he reached up and grabbed my wrist when I was laying in bed at night. It was a joke. He was underneath, and we were just going to sleep, and yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And this is just like that perfect example that we were talking about, where something that is intended to be funny or is totally accidental can still have a lasting impact on us.
Sure.
And I really take those things very seriously. Like they can alter our life, right? So, so I write down everything just so you know. All right, good. So when you think about that memory, before we get started, actually, I'm going to be lighting you up, what we call getting all the components of the memory. So I'm going to be asking you a list of questions. Sure. But first, I wanted to start with showing you how we do bilateral stimulation. Now, we had checked yesterday on the eye movements, and you didn't really love that. So I have this machine that I use, and you get to pick what is most important for you. You didn't like the eye movement, so we're going to do hearing, right? Mm-hmm. And this should just go like this in each ear. Boop, 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 boop. And these are going to go like this. Little kitties purring in your hand, just so that you know what to expect. Then what I'm going to do is calibrate it to your body and your nervous system. What feels comfortable to you? And you will tell me more likely than not, oh gosh, I don't know. What's it supposed to feel like, right? Because you have never done it before. But as we go, I'm inviting you, and I always will invite you to correct me. Say, oh, that feels a little too fast. Or it's a little slow today. I want to speed it up because your nervous system may change day to day. And I'm so completely and utterly happy to make it comfortable for you because that'll allow you to do the work. Okay?
Okay.
So I'm going to kind of hook you up.
Right.
And if you like these better, if you like them both together, great. If you just like these better, we're going to find some way to do bilateral stimulation with you that you like, okay?
Okay.
Now, here, I'm going to hand these to you. Let me get them so it's all untangled. And you're going to want that just the way that I handed it to you because it'll combine with these two.
Right. Go ahead and put them on.
Yeah, put them on. And then, as I recall, these have to be in sync, just so you know. So I'm going to turn it on just to make sure that the beep and the are on the same side, okay? Mm-hmm. Sometimes we'll mess them up, and if that happens, stop me because we really want them to be in sync. So you're ready? Let me put it on something that's reasonable and won't make you jump out of your chair. Sort of put it in the middle of the road, and then each one of these I'm going to be testing, okay?
Okay.
All right. So ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, little cats purring. Here they come.
It was opposite.
They're opposite? Okay, then switch there you go. Okay.
Yeah.
That was fast, by the way. Okay, so we got them correct. And now we're just going to determine the speed, the intensity, and the volume. So first, notice that, and then I'm going to ratchet it up a little faster and see what you like. Just notice if that feels good for just a second. All right, I'm going to speed it up. And then one more. What do you like? First one, second
probably
one?
the second one.
Second one? Okay.
Yeah.
That's actually the exact number I use. Okay. And now the intensity in your hands. The cat's purring.
Okay.
I'm going to turn the intensity up.
Probably a little too much.
Too much? Okay. So maybe somewhere in the middle there, or all the way back to the beginning, do you think?
It's okay.
It's good there?
Yeah.
Okay. And now the volume. You're hearing that. I'm going to turn it up. A little more.
That's good.
This is good?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So now I'm going to turn them off. So that's the bilateral stimulation. And did you like having both of them?
Yeah.
You did? Okay, good. Good. I do too. Everybody's different.
Really?
Mm-hmm. It's kind of interesting to me. Okay, so I'm going to look and write down your numbers. Okay, and then here and you can actually hold those down if it's more comfortable. Just, you can relax with them. Buzzers. So the reason I write all this down is so that I know what your coordinates are and what you kind of like, and we'll start there. And again, anytime you come in, you want to change, let me know.
Okay.
Happy to do it. So we're going to work on the memory that we talked about, which was your adoptive dad reaching up in the middle of the night from underneath the bed and grabbing your wrist. When you think about that time, back in the back, what stands out as the worst part of it for you? And is there an image that goes with it?
It's usually when my hand goes off to the side of the bed, because that's how I liked to sleep.
Okay, and do you mean like you kind of like hanging it over the bed?
Yeah, just hanging it off.
Okay,
yeah.
hanging.
Yeah.
Okay, so the image would be you in bed, and I'm going to write this down. Remember, it's really important that I get your words. So if I don't say it right, you tell me.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So in your bed, in my bed.
And it was, I don't know if that matters, but it was it would have been my grandparents' house, his mom and dad's house.
Okay.
And it was a day bed.
Oh, yeah.
So I think we were spending the night, if I recall correctly.
And your brother was, as I remember the story,
He slept on the inside, yep, towards the wall.
Okay. And you were sleeping with your arm hanging off? Or starting to?
Mm-hmm.
And then Uncle grabs your wrist.
Would have been my adopted dad.
Oh, I'm sorry. I
Yep.
keep saying Uncle.
That's okay.
Okay, adoptive dad. Sorry about that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. When you think about all of that, being at your grandparents' house, in the day bed, your brother up against the wall, you with your arm hanging over, and your adoptive dad grabbing your wrist. When you think about that, what negative beliefs come up for you about yourself?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, well,
That's pretty tough.
Yeah, it's a hard thing to figure out, honestly.
Yeah.
So take a little minute, and then if you need a little help, I have some illustrations of what it could be.
Probably like loneliness, I would
Okay.
think. Yeah, that would probably be.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I try not to put words in your mouth, but
Mhm.
I'm alone.
Yeah, alone.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I think it's because when I told that story too, is just being like in the dark is just kind of just almost black, like pitch black. You can't really
Yes.
see.
Oh, wow.
So that
That's
would be
what it was
the
like?
alone. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay. And was it like that night? Like it was pitch black in that incident, or just?
I remember it being dark.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And when you think about it, dark. When you think about that image and those words, I'm alone, what would you rather believe about yourself in this moment?
That there, I guess probably that there was somebody there, probably even to protect, you know, that kind of,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. So if you said that in an I am statement, like, how would you say that? I am protected, or
I'm protected, or I don't know if that's I need protection, probably, I don't know.
Okay. If you need protection, what does that mean about you?
I feel insecure.
Okay. So I'm alone and I'm insecure, or the sort of the negative beliefs. What would you like to think about yourself?
I guess I'm being secure.
Maybe I'm secure.
Yeah, I'm secure.
I can be secure.
I can be secure. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's so many, like.
Right. I'm not alone.
Okay, I'm not alone. That's good. Nice. Okay. And when you think about those words, I'm not alone, and that image that's coming up around your adoptive dad, I'll make little stars for that. I'm not alone, and you think about that time, that moment. How true do they feel to you on a scale where 1 is not at all true and 7 is completely true?
The words I'm not alone.
Not alone.
Probably very untrue. So probably was it 7 untrue?
No, 7 is completely
1.
true. 1. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And when we pull all this together, I'm going to kind of keep taking us back to that image as it stands in your mind, that negative belief, I'm alone. And when you think about that, what memory or what emotions come up for you?
Definitely sadness.
Okay. Yeah, that it? Okay. Okay. And where do you feel that sadness in your body?
Behind my eyes.
Behind your
Yeah.
eyes. Okay. Okay.
Probably heavy in the shoulders.
Okay. So I've got us all set up. And what I want you to know is how this is going to go, okay?
Okay.
And then what I'll do is again, we'll assess that again and you can access all of that memory. But I'm going to turn this on. We're going to go for a little bit. You're going to go back and forth. You can stare down. You can close your eyes if you would like. You can do whatever you want to do so that you're not distracted and comfortable. You can kind of like, again, look down at the floor or anywhere you want to really look. I'm trying to stay out of your way so I don't distract you.
Okay.
Okay, because sometimes I might go, or something,
Yeah.
and I don't want
Yeah.
to distract you from your processing. Okay, I'll turn it on, then I'm going to turn it off, and then I'm going to tell you to take a deep breath. All right.
Okay. And so I'll be thinking about that.
That's right.
Okay.
And let me just warn you that once we start thinking about it, that it's a train. Like if you think about it as a train, it's going to start moving. You don't have to go, adoptive dad. You don't have to like nail it and hold it there. Just bring it up after I bring it up for you, and I'll say, all of this and where you feel it in your body. And when you're ready, I'll start, and I'll start it.
Okay.
And then I'm going to ask you, what did you notice or what came up? Okay, after you do that a little while, and you might have an emotion, you might have a thought, image, whatever comes up for you, you can just tell me. And it might be I have an itch on my toe and I can't wait for dinner because I'm going to have something yummy. Doesn't matter what it is, all right?
Okay.
If it's related or not. And have you got all that? Any questions about anything?
No, I think I got it.
You got it? Okay. All right. So here we're going to start rolling. You ready?
Okay,
All
I'm
right.
ready.
So I want to have you hold in mind that image of you in the bed Dr. Deb grabbing your wrist. Negative belief, I'm alone. Allow yourself to feel the sadness. Allow yourself to feel what's behind your eyes and in your shoulders. And when you're ready, I'll start.
Okay.
Ready?
Ready.
Yeah, here we go. Deep breath. And what came out?
Really, it was almost difficult to really concentrate on it.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So, the one thing that I think I saw or felt the most was that it was the pull of the hand, right,
Okay.
of down. So that was probably.
Okay. So I'm going to have you just notice all of that. That was hard to focus on, and also that. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Here we go. Deep breath. I want you to notice.
It's kind of the same thing, just not really kind of hard to focus on that.
Okay.
But I did think about my brother getting his finger slammed into the corner of a door and losing his thumbnail.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm just going to take us back up to the top. I'm going to have you notice. And remember, you don't have to focus on anything, really. Once I start the machine, I'm going to take you, have it in your brain, and then you just get to whatever, like with your brother slamming his finger in the door, okay?
Okay.
But let's try it. I'm going to try to get back up. That image of you lying in bed, in the daybed, grandparents' house, with your adopted dad grabbing your wrist, that was hanging over the bed, okay? Negative belief, I'm alone. Allow yourself to feel that sadness and where you felt that in behind your eyes and in your shoulders, okay? Here we go. And what came up?
This one is really loud.
Oh,
I
yeah.
hear it over
Okay.
I hear it over my.
It's distracting, isn't it?
Yeah. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, okay.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, that's it. Again, just, I don't know. It's hard to concentrate on that specific
Okay.
thing. It seems to be that's the permanent memory of what it is.
Okay. Okay.
You know?
Yeah. And is there other stuff that's coming up that you're hearing
Just that. Yeah.
the handle? Anything else? Any images come to mind or?
Not right now, no.
No? Okay.
Mm-mm.
And what's it like to have that be sort of is it a remnant of a memory? Is that what you mean by it's the what's left of? I mean, tell me more about
Yeah, so, I mean, I can just remember parts of my childhood growing with my adoptive dads and his parents. And so, just certain things that I remember from that, because I was probably 6 or 7.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I remember that. Obviously, I remember that slamming my brother's thumb in
Ouch.
or finger.
Yeah.
I think it was losing his thumbnail, and then I remember we killed chickens to eat them for Sunday dinner. So that was pretty crazy.
Yeah. What was that like?
Well, I just remember them grabbing the chicken by the neck and slinging it around, and just
Kind of traumatizing.
blood everywhere.
Yeah.
And those chickens still running around with their heads on. Yeah.
Kind of terrifying, isn't it?
That's a lot of that's just really mostly that.
Okay.
So
Let's just let what's coming up come up. Okay, here we go. Deep breath. Yeah. What's coming up?
So I remember sitting in a swing, like a porch swing, at my grandparents' house, and I remember my mom telling me that they were getting divorced.
Oh,
So that was probably I was probably 7.
okay.
So it probably happened in the same time period or time frame. So
Okay.
yeah.
Could we get some Kleenex?
I'm good. I think.
Okay. All right.
Mhm.
I'm just going to have you notice that.
Yeah.
Okay. And the emotions that are coming up and where maybe you're feeling stuff in your body. Okay. All right. Here we go. What's coming up now?
Nothing.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
Put a lid on it?
Probably.
Okay. And I wanted to tell you and remind you that if any time at all you are like, nope, I'm out of here, that's okay. All right.
That's good.
Yeah. And if having people watching is bothersome, let me know that too.
No, I don't trust these people.
Okay. Okay. All right. All right. So let's see. You're seeing nothing. Let's go back up to the top, and I'm going to have you call up that memory again. And actually, I'm going to take a subjective units of disturbance. So, think about that image and that negative belief. I'm alone, along with all the emotions and where you feel it in your body. And how disturbing does it feel to you on that scale where 0 is no disturbance and 10 is most highly disturbing?
For the top part.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Probably a 6.
A 6, okay. Alrighty. Okay, so let's take you back up to the top.
Mm-hmm.
Hold that memory in mind, along with that negative belief. And whatever else is coming up. When you're ready, let me know and I'll start.
Okay.
Okay? What's coming up that time?
The noise again is still loud.
Okay.
And I just remember being on my grandparents' little farm they had.
Okay.
And tarantulas. They have lots of tarantulas.
Oh, wow.
So gross.
I was just going to ask you what that was like.
Ugh. They felt really big, I guess, probably because I was little. I've seen some lately, and I'm like, pretty sure they were twice the size when I was a kid.
Yeah. Never know, right?
Ugh. Yeah.
Okay. Notice all of that.
Huh?
Notice all of that.
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. What's coming up now?
I remember we had 2 ponds on the property. And I remember fishing. I didn't fish. I remember my brother fishing and my aunt fishing.
Okay.
I was there, but I don't even know what I was doing. But I remember the neighbor that lived across the road down off the hill was yelling something at my aunt or something. I don't even know what he was saying. And I remember us going back up the hill to the house, and I guess the neighbor pulls into the driveway and he's still kind of yelling and screaming about something.
Wow. Okay.
Couldn't tell you what it is.
Okay.
But I remember my grandpa coming out of the house, telling him to leave. So,
okay.
yeah.
Okay.
That's.
All right.
But I remember the time at the ponds were always fun. Really, really enjoyed that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
And there was ducks.
Oh, okay. So notice that and what that's like also to remember. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go.
This is loud. I don't know. It just I don't know if it's just me feeling it. It's louder, but it's okay.
I could turn them down.
No, I think it's okay. I just it feels like it buzzes louder than this one. But,
yeah, it may well.
Now I remember when my mom married my stepdad. We lived out in the middle of nowhere, and the neighbor that was right across from us was that same guy.
Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. And our dogs bit his goat or something, and he got mad. I remember that.
Travails of living in the country, huh? Okay.
Yeah.
So, okay. Notice that, what that was like. Here we go.
So I remember us having rabbits.
Okay.
I don't know if that really means anything, but one of the biggest thing that I was remember was my stepdad and my brother were clearing out this area of wooded acreage. Mm-hmm. So we were basically burning the debris on the ground and that kind of stuff. And I remember us creating a gigantic fire. Ooh. And had a tire in it, and that made it really hot. And I was told to stand here and watch it. make sure it was.
Oh my.
Yeah. So, why, I don't know, remember why he did, but he left and I watched it for a while. Of course, nothing happened. And then I remember they would burn their fields every so often. So we were doing that one time, and the fire got out of control in one section of the property. And so he told me to stand and watch this one section and don't let it get out of control. And it did. So, but yeah.
Okay.
So.
Okay. Notice that. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. If I'm stopping and you're in the middle of something, just let me know that too.
No, it's good. I just remember, and I remembered it right as it started, was as you started this, that I remember the fire kind of singeing the hair on my legs. I remember that because it was just hot.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't really get burned. I just remember the hair singeing on my legs.
Yikes. What was that like?
Pretty terrifying because it was fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So notice that. Okay.
I was really thinking to myself, there's nothing I can do if this place catches on fire any further. What am I going to do? So,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I do remember the fire trucks having to come out and put out the fire.
Okay.
And my stepdad being mad because we had to pay money to have him come out because it was rural oil.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, all right. So notice all of that feeling on your leg and the terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Okay, here we go. What came out?
Well, I remember my grandpa just recently, how I felt when he told my grandma, or told me to help my grandma, basically just be there for her, because he had had a heart attack a few months before, and he was in the hospital for a while, and we didn't think he was going to make it. And I remember that I did not want to go. over there after he said that for a long time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Because all he wanted to do is talk about death or dying.
Yeah. Yeah.
He didn't think he was going to make it.
Okay. Notice that.
Yeah.
And what's coming up? Thank you.
Then I feel like I'd have a really difficult time.
Let me keep going, okay? You can allow yourself to just have the feelings that are coming up. I'm going to just turn this on, okay? All right. Notice that difficulty.
You know what my grandpa thought?
Oh.
get snot on these things.
You think it's not on? I have little
Oh,
welts.
goodness.
Yeah. So just notice that, okay?
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. What's coming up?
My wife, Jamie. I was just seeing her.
Yeah. Was that a good thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just going to take us back up to the top for a moment.
Sure.
Okay. And I'm going to take us up there and check on it when you bring that image to mind and the memory of what happened and that negative belief. Sort of scan it for me and tell me what are you noticing about it now.
Nothing really.
Okay. So I'm going to have you hold that in mind. Just that it seems like there's nothing there. Okay? And here we go.
My family, my wife, my kids,
Okay.
and the day that I got to adopt my oldest daughter.
Oh. Okay, notice all of that and what that's like to notice. Okay?
Mm-hmm. I just remember that day. Just that when we got done with coming out of the courthouse, we stopped by the big tree that was in front of the courthouse. We took a picture there. And so I just remember the blues and the yellows that we were in outfits. So, yeah. Everybody was smiling.
Oh.
So it was a good day.
Yeah.
A good day.
Good. Notice that, all right?
Feels like the tone in my right ear got lower.
Again, it might just have done that. I'm not sure. Okay. And that was you were noticing?
Yeah.
It's a little distracting, huh? Okay. Let's go back on up to the top. And we're going to have you think about that, the memory we started with that we've been working on. Negative belief. And just sort of scan it and tell me, is there anything out there that's disturbing? Is it the same or different?
Different.
Yeah, okay. And how's that different for you?
It doesn't feel as like not much panic there, I guess. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, good. I'm going to have you just notice that, okay?
Mm-hmm. So it felt like it was, I could see the panic. I could not really feel, but I see that what's going on.
Yes. And what's that like?
The word that popped in my head was terror.
Yeah. Okay. Excellent. Just notice that. Here we go.
I was thinking about my son Grayson. He gets scared of like just jumpy all the time. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So notice that.
The other day he was come home about a kid in school that was kind of making fun of him a little bit. And it just kind of took me back to some of the things when I was in school, just feeling that kind of pressure of not meeting up to people's expectations. So.
Okay. And I'm going to have you just notice that, okay? so?
Just feeling like I basically can prove myself to people.
You can prove yourself?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, good. Is that feel like a good thing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Notice that.
Yeah. A memory of me going into a restaurant, and one of the waiters was somebody that I had went to high school with, and was said to be gonna, do big things, kind of thing. And I remember just seeing myself. At that time, I was in the oil and gas business, and I made a pretty decent living, and loved what I did, and I just remember thinking to myself, and he's waiting tables.
Yeah. Yes.
I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. Look what I have accomplished.
Yeah.
Look what I can do.
Yeah.
That's so great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Notice that.
Yeah. So I guess the memory that I'm feeling now or seeing now is just Daily Bread was a restaurant we owned.
Oh, okay.
And so I feel like this is a good thing more than anything. So I really felt like a failure, right, for a month or so towards the end. And we had started a garden for Daily Bread. I hate to garden. I don't even know why.
Oh, yeah.
But my grandpa loved to garden. He can't. So, and we started. We started it in his garden.
Oh, wow.
So he would come out there, and when I'm out there in the middle of the dark in the night, I'm stringing up tomatoes because I'm having a bad day. He goes, son, go home. It's too late. And I got to talk to him a lot about how I really felt like a failure in everything that I was doing. And knowing that I'm not knowing that I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
In the back of my head, I felt like, that was just something that, because of the way things were winding down with Daily Bread and the way things are going, that it just kind of spiraled into the felt like I was a husband, dad, grandson.
Oh.
But getting to talk to him about those things would really kind of helped me through a lot of that. So
Excellent.
Yeah.
So notice that. Okay.
Mhm.
Here we go. Okay, so what I'm going to do next is just ask you to, let's go back up to the top, okay, and think about the memory we're working on today and that negative belief, and tell me, what do you notice about it? Is there anything left there that feels disturbing to you?
No.
Okay. And if you think about it, holding that in mind, how disturbing does it feel on that scale? I want to kind of measure it again. 0, not at all disturbing. 10, most high.
0.
A 0? Okay. So I'm going to ask you to hold in mind that memory with the words, I am not alone. Do those still seem to fit, or is there something better that has come up through working on it?
Yeah. Maybe my grandpa. I don't know how to word that, but it's like he's the one that's been there, stable, I guess,
Mm-hmm.
the whole time.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, in those words, I am not alone, it's like he comes to mind.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And would you choose some other words besides that he's there for me, which is beautiful?
Mm-hmm.
Other than I am not alone. If not, that's okay.
Just he's stable. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm stable, I guess, when I feel like he's around. So.
Okay. Okay, we can come back. We'll always check our work anyway. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I am stable. And if you're stable, what does that mean about you?
I feel good. I feel love.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like my family loves me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No chaos.
Nice. Okay. All right. I'm going to have you just notice all of that. I'm going to have you hold in mind that original memory we were working on, okay? Along with the words, I am stable, and my family loves me, no chaos, sort of all of those,
Mm-hmm.
okay? And I'm just going to have you in your mind's eye put them together and just allow yourself to notice that and what that feels like.
Okay.
Okay? Here we go. What's that like?
I just felt like I breathed deeper.
Oh, good. Good.
Yeah.
Notice that.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go.
Calm.
Yeah. Excellent. Excellent. Want to do one more on calm? Would that be nice?
Yep.
Okay, let's do it.
Yep. Rested.
Rested. Wow. Good. One more. You can tell me if I'm pushing you too hard. You have it in you or not.
Maybe one more.
One more? Okay. Get it. Here we go.
Even or level.
Okay, great. Okay, so I'm going to ask you a question. When you think about today, John, tell me, holding everything in mind, about what you might have thought, felt, learned, possibly any other thing, heard. What positive belief can you take away about yourself today?
That I'm good enough.
Excellent. Notice that. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Good. All right. And so when you go back to the top and you think about that positive belief along with that memory, I am stable and I'm good enough. Tell me, how true does it feel to you when you hold that memory in mind, together in your mind's eye? 1, not at all true. 7, completely true.
Probably 6.
A 6.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Excellent. So I'm going to have you hold those together. Okay. I'm stable. I'm good enough. All right. With that original memory.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You ready?
Okay.
All right. Here we go. What came up?
Nothing. So originally it looked like, when I said it was kind of in the distant, like I see it,
Mm-hmm.
it was kind of bright, like a bright look, like a hazy look.
Yes.
And now it was just like nothing. It was just kind of black, like but not in a terrifying way.
Yeah. Okay.
Just was not there. It was just.
Sort of like a blank screen or something. Yeah. Okay. But and in a good way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not like a glass door looking into blackness.
Yeah. Good. It's a start.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so now I'm going to take us to the next phase in EMDR, right? And so what we've just done is something called the installation. Not that you need to know about that, but now I'm going to take you to a body scan. We call it a body scan. And I'm going to ask you to hold in mind that original memory,
Mm-hmm.
along with that positive, and I kind of like the one that last one you said, which is I am good enough.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to ask you to scan your body from top to bottom and tell me if you notice anything left there that's disturbing.
Okay.
When you think about that memory and that positive belief, I'm good enough.
Okay.
So I'll let you do that on your own,
Okay.
and let me know when you're finished. Okay.
I feel like my breathing got more shallow and like the heaviness was back on my shoulders.
Okay.
And I didn't move past my shoulders.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay, so you guys, just a quick shout out. I can go body scan or not go body scan. You know what that means. So,
Well,
What do
do you
you-
want to kind of wrap with this and then just kind of go back and just talk about a little bit about what you did?
yeah, I'd be happy to do that. And because I was trying to push it to get the body scan in, and so I sort of was afraid it would be a mistake. And with the heaviness, it might take some time.
I know. I know.
So,
I was like,
Yeah, I know. But that's okay. I mean, as it happens. So
Yeah.
it's not like there's anything wrong with it. It's just a matter of, could be another hour working on the body.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, I was tempted to stop. And then I thought, oh, pushing it. I'm going to do it. You know? So forgive me for that because I got you back into your little body. But that's okay. So this is what I'm going to kind of pick up again just with closure. Okay. So I'm just going to close it down and then I'll discuss it. So first of all, I just want to tell you thank you very much for working with me.
Yeah.
Okay. And I think you did some phenomenal work, and you went to places we did not think of or expect to happen, right?
Yeah.
And I'm just checking in. I just want to know how you feel about all of that in a minute. But I want you to know you've done some hard work. This is an amazing method in my mind of therapy. And you might expect that when you go home tonight that you'll be really tired, okay? You might need a little nap or, go to bed early. But I want you to treat yourself very kindly if you can. And I mean like nurturing yourself. If you have your little tea or coffee or something you really, really love and take care of yourself, it's almost like taking care of the little you.
Right.
All right? If you have the luxury of doing that, I hope that you do. Please do that.
Okay.
And that we will pick up from here. And there are several other steps that we would go to complete this memory. To me, it feels like we got through that particular one, but lots of channels of association, right? Lots of things started coming up. And so we'll have to get to that. We'll have a discussion about that as well in the next time about where we're going to go. What are we going to go back and visit possibly on its own right? If that's something that you're interested in doing.
Okay.
And anything else? Do you have any questions about what happened today?
No
No.
questions.
Okay, good. And so that's where we'll stop then. We're
Okay.
going to stop there for today. Okay?
Yeah. I'm saying thank you.
Okay, you're so welcome. My pleasure.
If this content has been helpful to you, I'd appreciate it if you would please rate the podcast, post it, and share it on social media. And also post a review. If you'd like to get in contact with me, my phone is 479-561-7600, or email Dr. Deborah at anchoredhopecounseling.net or Dr. Deborah at drdebfordoctors.com. Our website at www.anchoredhopecounseling.net has some useful information, and you can also reach out to me through the website. Remember, you are enough just the way you are, and you are loved.